The words quedar and quedarse might look like minor variations of the same word. Well, they carry distinct meanings and uses that can make all the difference in your Spanish. In today's lesson, we're gonna dive into these two verbs, explaining when to use it and how to use each one of them, okay? So, I'm gonna give you some examples, of course, and by the end of the video, you will feel even more confident when speaking Spanish. Okay, so hello guys. As I mentioned earlier in this video, we will learn the difference between quedar versus quedarse. Okay, so two different verbs, okay? But first things first, get comfortable, grab a seat. Thank you, muchas gracias por quedarse en este video. ¿Están listos? Empecemos. Let's start with the verb quedar. Quedar, we can use it for location, arrangement, and result. Okay? Quedar is very versatile verb and it typically means to remain or to be located or to arrange a meet. Okay? Let's look at each use in much more detail, okay? For example, when talking about to express location, it's similar as the verb to be, okay? But it emphasizes location and often it gives a slightly formal tone. For example, ¿dónde queda la biblioteca? Instead of ¿dónde está la biblioteca? ¿Dónde queda la biblioteca? So it gives it a little bit of a formal tone, okay? Or you can also say, el restaurante queda cerca de mi casa. Like the restaurant is located near my house. Okay, you can also use quedar to arrange a meeting or when making plans. For example, you can ask somebody, ¿quedamos para tomar un café mañana? Okay. Or you can say something like, hemos quedado en el parque a las 5. We also use the verb quedar to express a result or a condition, okay? So when something changes states or remains in a particular condition, we use the verb quedar. So listen to this example very carefully. Después del accidente, el coche quedó destrozado. After the accident, the car was left destroyed. Or let's see, ella quedó fascinada con la película. She was left fascinated by the movie. This is a very tricky use of the verb quedar, but it is very useful and I really like it a lot. Okay, so before we continue with quedarse, which is a different verb, let's do the daily practice. Let's do it together, okay? Hello guys, this is a quick reminder that our favorite language learning app has changed its name. Now you can find it as Learn. So go right now to your App Store or Play Store, type Learn, and you're gonna find it right away, okay? So remember, Learn. Now download it and you can start learning multiple languages. You can learn Spanish, French, even German. So what are you waiting? Download Learn right now. Okay, so everything is ready. Let's start.
Let's do a quick review of what we have covered so far.
Okay, now you need to identify the drink. Yo bebo un vino blanco. Which of the two options?
Yo bebo un vino blanco.
Now translate this one to Spanish. I drink.
Yo bebo.
Perfect. Now we need to drag the images into the correct buckets, and we have sugar,
Azúcar.
we have ice,
Hielo.
and we have cheese.
Queso.
Perfect. Now translate this sentence. I drink a beer with ice.
Yo. Una. Yo bebo una cerveza con hielo.
I don't know, of course, this is just an example. I don't know if this is common in your country. In my country, that's not even possible, right? Like you cannot have a cerveza con hielo.
Vino tinto.
Okay, what do you hear?
Vino tinto.
Perfect.
Vino tinto.
Now let's see. I eat nachos with cheese. How will you translate this to Spanish?
Como. Yo como nachos con queso.
Okay, perfect. Now match the following con salsa.
Con salsa. Sin salsa.
Perfect. Okay, so we have the word here, white wine. We need to listen and choose the correct option. So let's see.
Vino tinto. Vino blanco.
White wine would be
Vino blanco.
perfect. Where is the sauce?
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde está la salsa?
Now translate this one, write it in the comments. I drink red wine and a lemonade without salt.
Una. Yo bebo un vino tinto y una limonada sin sal.
Okay, did you get it correct? Now translate this sentence. A pasta with sauce and a wine.
Una. Pasta. Salsa. Y. Una pasta con salsa y un vino.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the verb quedarse. Okay? So quedarse is a pronominal form of quedar, and it usually means to stay or to remain in a place. It emphasizes the subject's action of staying or experiencing something. Okay, so let's see. When we use quedarse as to remain or to stay, the use is very straightforward, okay? It indicates that something or someone stays in the same place. For example, me voy a quedar en casa este fin de semana. Me voy a quedar en casa este fin de semana. So remember that we have quedarse. So that se, that's a pronoun. We need to have it somewhere in the sentence. That's why we will have it me voy a quedar, right? You'll see it there. My other example would be nos quedamos en un hotel muy bonito durante las vacaciones. Nos quedamos en un hotel muy bonito durante las vacaciones. Quedarse can also mean to keep something, okay? Especially in a personal or possessive sense. For example, me quedé con el libro que me prestaste. Me quedé con el libro que me prestaste. Another example, ¿te vas a quedar con esa chaqueta? ¿Te vas a quedar con esa chaqueta? We also use it to express emotional or physical reactions. I love this one. When talking about how someone feels or reacts, we're going to use quedarse to express a change in state, okay? This is normally an emotional or a physical state. For example, nos quedamos sorprendidos con la noticia. Nos quedamos sorprendidos con la noticia. Another example, se quedó dormido en el sofá. Se quedó dormido en el sofá. Okay, so let's break it down with real life scenarios, okay? I'm going to illustrate this difference with some relatable and everyday solutions, okay? So let's see, in the first scenario, if you're making plans with your friends and you're trying, you and your friend, to figure out your weekend plans, okay? So this would be like a conversation or a short dialogue that you will have with them. Let's see. ¿Dónde quedamos para cenar? Podemos quedar en el centro a las 8. Okay, so here, quedar is used to set up a meeting point and a meeting time, okay? Scenario number 2. Let's say that after a long week, you decide to have a quiet weekend. So you would say something like this. Este fin de semana me voy a quedar en casa. No tengo ganas de salir. So here you're using quedarse because you're talking about staying in a particular place, right? In your house in this case. Let's see scenario number 3. As a surprise or as a reaction. Your friends throw you a surprise birthday party. So you would say something like this. No me lo esperaba. Me quedé sin palabras. No me lo esperaba. Me quedé sin palabras. Okay, so here, as you notice, quedarse conveys your reaction to the surprise. Okay, so here are some quick tips to remember the difference, okay? Use quedar for describing location. ¿Dónde queda el museo? For making plans. Quedamos a las 6 en el cine. For indicating results. El vestido quedó perfecto. And we would use quedarse for staying somewhere. Me quedo en casa hoy. Keeping something. Me quedo con el recuerdo. Or reactions or changes. Se quedó sin habla. Let's see some more examples. I'm gonna tell you some sentences, okay? So you can spot quedarse and quedar, okay? Let's listen. Nos quedamos en un pequeño hotel cerca de la playa. ¿A qué hora quedamos mañana para el almuerzo? Me quedé muy sorprendida con la noticia de su boda. El concierto quedó cancelado debido a la lluvia. Después del partido quedamos agotados. Me quedo en casa hoy porque estoy un poco resfriado. El parque queda a solo 2 cuadras de aquí. Se quedó dormido mientras veía la película. Nos quedamos sin dinero antes de que terminara el viaje. Quedé muy satisfecho con los resultados del examen. Okay guys, that's a wrap for today's lesson. Remember to practice with purpose. Mastering the difference between quedar and quedarse can elevate your Spanish to a new level of fluency. Just remember to think about whether you're talking about a location or whether you're making plans or you're reacting to something or to a situation, okay? And that would be it. So, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. Yo soy Lorena, and I'll see you the next one. Adios.